Hello and welcome to a very special developer stream. I like how you did that. Jason Slama in the studio, game director for Gwent, the Witcher card game. How are you?
I'm feeling freaking pumped. Super excited. Today is a good day to be on a stream.
Yeah, it's today's a good day. I stopped using that once. I used it once and everything went,
well,
terrible.
There you go.
But it's good you use it. Passing on the torch.
There you go. It's mine now.
So we are here to talk about the new expansion.
Yes, we are.
Which brings in a new faction.
It does.
But let's talk about the expansion itself and the idea. Let's take a step back before what you wanted to do and what we did and what's the outcome of that.
That's a good start. So, even as early as 2017, which is a long time ago in the open beta days, we had planned to make Redania the sixth faction. And well, it was shaping up when I took over, and earlier this year, I was looking at it, and you had like Eternal Fire in there, and we had to bring in a lot of, various things in to make Redania work as its own faction, and I wasn't quite feeling it. But there's like one card, and you guys will see it later, of one of Horson's Junior's gangsters, which is like clown face, looking down at someone, and the premium was like blinking, and it's like the person had been knocked out, and I'm like, I love it. I want that gang vibe. So
and you went with that.
Yeah, so we decided to pivot, to switch from Redania being a new faction, and we've created a new faction that is not called Novigrad. That's just the theme of the expansion. That is called the Syndicate.
The Syndicate.
Dum dum dum.
Dum 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 dum. Yeah, and like you said, when you first showcased to me some of the arts, and you said you had an idea for a underground criminal thing.
Right.
I was like, I love it. I love it. This is totally better than Redania.
So like I did like a quick inventory in my mind of what the existing factions like were from a thematic, motivational point of view. And you have like Scoia'tael, which is all about, ambushing, getting back the elder races, their power, their freedom, the anti-discrimination. Then you have the Northern Realms just all bending to their king and following king and country. You've got Nilfgaard fighting for their empire. You've got Skellige fighting for the honor of their clan. And of course you have monsters which just like to see the world burn. And what you guys will see a lot of is the new faction Syndicate. They fight for money. They care about the coin.
This is chocolate, by the way. Really tempted by this.
I know. Okay, so that's definitely like a huge new direction that I think makes the faction super interesting, and throughout the rest of the stream, hopefully we'll give you guys a lot of examples as to why.
Explain to me what's up with all these crazy letters written by someone, and I know who the ghostwriter is for those letters.
I don't know.
What's the idea? They're kind of something new that we haven't done before. They're kind of showcasing and teasing the theme.
Right, so that's definitely part of it. We definitely had fun trying to, give some people some teases, some theory crafting to get in their own directions, but we also feel like to make Gwent expansions and the future of Gwent feel really coherent and cool and just next level, we didn't want to just keep grabbing random pieces of Witcher lore, and we felt that Gwent should be able to expand the Witcher lore on its own. So we've started a series of journal entries written by Walter Veritas. They've been leaking throughout the days. There's 3 available if you guys dig right now, and there's another 5 coming by the launch of the expansion.
Whoa.
That will delve into more of revealing the lore and helping explore a lot of these new, really interesting characters that we've created just for this expansion. So that's really fun.
Nice.
And shout out to the writers and everyone else helping me write these articles. So they fit the lore and they actually have that flair for the Witcher universe.
Yeah, I love them.
They've been definitely fun.
Coming back, Novigrad is a free city.
It is.
Very close to Redania.
It was a Redanian city that was conquered by Temeria, Foltest, and later became a free city. And that means there is no king here. There is no lord that they have to follow, and that brings its own set of chaos, doesn't it?
Yes.
The story that we've written is sometime after Vizimir II was assassinated by who knows. I mean, I'm sure the Witcher lore fans know exactly where I'm going with that. And before Witcher 3, so it lets us explore some aspects of the lore that are pre the very established Witcher 3 lore.
Cool. So, to jump in, new faction, it's called the Syndicate. With this expansion, we are introducing 94 unique cards.
94 new cards. None of these are neutral. They're all Syndicate faction cards. But because we did not want to release a whole expansion with nothing for people who aren't, for some strange reason, interested in our new faction, We will be also releasing, in those 94 cards, 15 dual faction cards.
Dual faction cards. This is a first.
That means that these cards can be played in 2 factions, not just one. So each existing faction will get 3 new cards with this expansion. And it's something we're exploring, and if you guys really enjoy
I love it.
We may continue doing more. Actually, we think they're pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them. So, going into the Syndicate, it consists of 5 gangs.
Well, the Syndicate is just a criminal code of conduct, if you will. It can go well beyond 5 gangs, but for Novigrad, the majority of the cards will fall within one of 5 gangs.
And let's actually see one of the key arts that is promoting Novigrad, and you can actually see these leaders, which we'll be going through one by one right now.
So, on the back left...
Yes.
Yes.
The big guy.
The big guy is Mr. Hemmelfart himself,
Yes.
His Eminence,
Leading the Fire Sworn.
the leader of the Fire Sworn, which is an organization devoted to the Eternal Flame, and they are participating in the Syndicate for their own gains and power. Yes. They're definitely
burning
religious,
witches.
burning people.
Yeah.
They have a lot of fun flavor, and well, that's the Fire Sworn for you.
Yeah.
Next up, we
Breathtaking.
have in the middle. Breathtaking. Next up in the middle, we have good old Cleaver.
Yes.
Cleaver is
My boy.
the leader of the Crown Splitters. The Crown Splitters are referring to Novigrad crowns, which means money.
Crowns, yes.
They're all a bunch of businessmen. That gang really is about swindling people, you know, playing those games, looking for business opportunities, and they're usually pretty civilized, except if
Shady
you cross
business.
them. He'll use his cleaver. That's how he got his name.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's not someone you wanna piss off.
And this one I like the most because there's a lot of dwarves, and dwarves
There
are
is a
close
lot
to
of
me.
dwarves, and you
Yeah.
can imagine the Crown Splitters will contain 3 Scoia'tael dual faction cards, and the Fire Sworn will contain 3 dual faction Northern Realms cards.
Love it.
Next up is one of my favorite additions for this expansion, a completely new character that we've created. This is Gundren Bjornsdottir.
Yes.
She is the leader of the Tide Cloaks who run the docks.
She's right next to Cleaver on Cleaver's left. Yeah, on
Yeah.
his left, exactly.
On Cleaver's left, to the right from
Yeah.
our perspective.
Yes.
And she's just kind of like a fun, swashbuckling, but still really badass thief / pirate.
Oh, yes.
If you want to get anything in the docks, you
Yep.
got to go through the Tide Cloaks.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you've seen the ports of Novigrad, you know it's a shady business over there, and she actually leads that business. So there you go.
Yeah. And 3 of the Tide Cloak cards will be cross-faction with, da-dum, Skellige.
Of course, makes
Next.
total sense.
Up is to the right of Gundren, our right, her left.
Yes.
Is the shady yet mischievous, sort of, King of Beggars, who
Yes.
is known for gaining power through information.
Yes. Turning a blind eye.
He runs the Blind Eyes. Thank you for that introduction. The Blind Eyes are usually composed of beggars or ladies of the night or
Yeah.
other people that you might overlook as he
I call them
uses-
people of the streets.
People of the street. Yes, okay. Thank you for that. And 3
Glad to help.
of the Blind Eyes cards will be cross-faction with Nilfgaard, as he does like to employ spy tactics.
Oh, yes. And of course, that has a nice tie to Nilfgaard because spies here, spies there, spies
It's,
everywhere.
Thematically fit a little bit, and the characters have a nice tie in the story that will be coming out over the next few weeks. And lastly, but certainly not least,
leastly.
is the terrifyingly psychopathic
Crazy dude.
Horsun Jr., who
Oh, yes.
leads the cut-ups. And
cut-ups.
they're not called the cut-ups for no reason. They will cut you up. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So the cut-ups are a bunch of really crazy Joker-like people who like to paint their face and clown and
Yeah.
just generally like to hurt people.
Psychopaths.
Yeah, they're the craziest gang. His leader animations reflect it. He's just a really fun gang to play with.
Yeah, they're really, really, really fun. Their leader is a bit crazy, but they cut
There you
up.
go.
Yeah.
So these are the 5 new leaders that will be launching with Syndicate in the Novigrad expansion.
Perfect. So I think it's time to see the trailer. And after the trailer, we'll actually have Maciej Ostrowski, game designer, here in the studio, where we will go through not one, not two, but 20 new cards. And we'll have Jason return later. So Jason, see you later, and let's see the trailer.
Have fun, guys.
Ah, the North. A land of so many realms. Left and right, they ask you to bend the knee to this or that king. For those who are unable or unwilling, stands the free city of Novigrad. Home to a great faith, great commerce, master craftsmen, the rich, and of course, the poor. And this great urban cauldron has become a breeding ground for all those criminally inclined. For years, chaos ruled Novigrad's underworld. Till now, with petty rivalry set aside, an alliance of coin has been forged. The Syndicate is born.
June 28th! There we go.
Coming.
There we go. It's happening. It's very, 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 very close by. And I'm excited because it's going to be amazing. Sorry for shouting in your ears. I hope you're not on headphones. If you are, I'm sorry once again. I'm also sorry to Grzesiek, our audio producer. He is probably now bleeding from his ears. But June 28th, yay!
It's coming.
That's it. My ears, sorry about that. So, with the Syndicate and Novigrad coming, we will have 6 new keywords,
6 new keywords,
1 new status.
1 new status.
We will show 20 cards to you today. We'll be going through them.
Right.
You'll be telling me what they do and how they work. But starting tomorrow, we'll have 6 cards revealed every day by content creators all around the world. So keep an eye out for that. That's 6 every day. So that'll be pretty cool. And before we start talking about the cards themselves, there is one theme that we've been talking with Jason since the beginning. These are these coins, and these gold coins is the currency that the Syndicate uses, but it also ties to the gameplay. So
That's right.
how does the coin mechanic work? And it's not the coin flip, guys.
So as Jason said, like this faction, they work for money. Yeah, they don't fight for glory. They don't fight for honor or for anything else. They're just interested with money.
The monies.
So to make them work for you, you need to pay them. And this is Novigrad. You need faction mechanic. First, you need to gather money, so later you can spend them on new interesting abilities. And you can have up to 9 coins in one round. And unspent coins are carrying over to the next round, but only half of them, rounded down. So if you end that round with 9 coins, you will start with 4 the next round.
Okay.
So
interesting.
That's pretty much the new mechanic, and I think it will be easier to show it when we'll
Keywords
jump
we will
to the card.
explain on cards. So I think we should start with the first card. We have Mr. Manga.
Mr. Caleb Mengen. This one is packed because he has 2 new keywords.
Yes.
And 1 status. So maybe just read him first.
So we'll take some time.
Yes,
so profit
like
3,
fee 3.
fee 3, place a bounty on an enemy unit. Tell me, what does profit mean?
Profit means it shows the amount of coin you will get after playing this card. So profit 3 means you will get 3 coins when you will play him.
Okay.
Fee is new ability similar to order, but it's not an order. It's similar to order. So you can use fee when card is on the board.
Okay.
You need to click it to activate the fee ability, but unlike order, it has not summoning sickness, so they have zeal from the start.
Okay.
That's why it's not included in the tooltip.
Makes total sense. Oh.
And you can use fee as long as you have coins, yes? So when you play Manga, you're getting 3 coins, and now you have a choice to either keep them for later, maybe you have more interesting ability coming, that you want these coins for, or maybe you want to use them immediately to place a bounty on something, or maybe you have even more coins, like 9 coins, and you will put 3 bounties
I get it.
So-
So what's also really cool is the fact that now you have these coins and this profit accumulated next to your leader. So you have this
Yeah.
little nice UI made this nice little
This
pouch.
Bank, how I like to
With
call
the,
it.
yeah, with the bank,
it's-
and where you
it's like-
collect all the coins and you use
Yes.
them to do crazy stuff.
Yes.
In the
So,
game.
so your leader works as a bank. And
So literally pay to win.
pay to win. That's how we call it this faction.
That's how the faction works.
And yes, we skipped the bounty, I think. Yeah.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
skipped
didn't
place a
make
bounty
it
on
there,
an
yes.
enemy unit. What does this mean?
So bounty is new status that you are placing on enemies, and it does nothing on itself, but when the unit with bounty will die, you're getting coins equal to its base power.
Ah,
So you know.
okay.
Higher the power of unit, it's higher to kill it, so the reward is bigger.
Okay. So then when you destroy, you get more money.
Yes, so this is like, you can see this card is showing two ways of getting coins.
Yeah.
One is profit, you play cards with profit to just gain coins, or you can use bounty, which can generate much more profit, but it's a bit harder, let's
Yeah.
say. Yes?
What's quite interesting is you see the witch hunters here, and they are not part of a
yes.
specific gang.
That's right. That's
But
right.
they are part of like the whole thing. You kind of call them like neutral syndicate
neutral-
cards.
Yes. It's
yeah.
part of Novigrad that do not belong to any gang. Yes, it's witch hunters, as you see, townsfolk, merchants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
Also some like chemists, addicts
yes.
also, but we'll get to that
Maybe
later.
we'll get to that.
So they're
That's true.
they're kind of in between, but they're still part of Novigrad as it's this
Yes,
big bustling
so
city.
It's very important to show that it's all about the gangs and money, but not only. There is also a part of the of city that's just a city.
All right, moving on with staying with the theme of the witch hunters and
Yeah.
moving on to the next card. We have the one that I always have problem.
Morels. Morels, I think so. I think so.
As far as I know, yes. So also the witch hunter theme, as you can see, deploy damage an enemy unit by 4, and then tribute 6, destroy target instead.
Yes.
What is this tribute?
Before I will jump into tribute, I just want to mention this is the favorite card from PTR.
Oh,
Yeah, this card was not changed at all. It was created like that and it stayed. It was called the best card on the PTR.
okay.
So, just as a hint, and thanks for all the players taking part in the
Thank you
PTR
to
for helping us.
to all the Gwent partners who are taking part of the closed PTR. We got a lot of feedback from you. The PTR ended today. It lasted for
Yeah.
over a week, and it was just exciting because we got so much good feedback from it that
We listened, we
it was,
used it.
yeah, it was very
So-
easy to implement. And since we're very, very close to the release time for the expansion, they really helped us a lot.
Yes.
So thank you once again for that.
So, jumping back to tribute.
Yes.
Tribute is an optional ability you can use when you're playing the card. So when you play the card, you'll see a choice to pay the tribute or do not pay the tribute. And depending on what you chose, you'll have different ability here. Yeah, sometimes it can be just stronger ability or a totally different ability. Here, it's the stronger version, let's say.
Yeah.
So if you won't pay the tribute, you're just dealing for damage. If you will decide to spend 6 coins, you're destroying unit instead.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
4 power, 9 provision. This is an epic card. Human, Witch Hunter are the tags for this guy. Okay, staying with the theme, moving on to the next card, we have Witch Hunter Executioner.
That's right. So he also has a profit,
Yes.
which we talked about too. Means we're getting to coins. And his ability is F1, give bleeding to an enemy unit, but if unit has bounty, damage it by 1 instead.
Ooh. So this is interesting. You either do bleeding
Yes.
for 1 turn, or you do 1 damage based on the bounty. That's pretty
I
interesting.
think people can already notice the archetype around witch
Yeah.
hunters and the bounty. This is their thing.
And it makes total sense because they are, in some sense, bounty hunters, and they're looking for witches to hunt
So
down.
you can even play him with Caleb, put bounty on someone, then kill him immediately, get money from bounty, put new bounty, and go on and go on.
Nice.
So
I
it's
love
pretty
this.
fun. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we talked
Speaking
about
chemists, yeah.
we started talking about the back alley chemist. So the next card is actually a person that you might find in the back alleys doing some shady stuff, making some shady how to use it. intoxicating stuff that you should
Shady
not be
Fiste.
using.
Shady Fiste.
Shady
let's say,
Fiste,
yes, Shady
exactly.
Fiste.
If you played The Witcher 1, you will know what that is.
Never get
And-
Shady Fiste.
Yeah, don't do that. So yeah, he on deploy gives an ally unit poison and boosted
Yes.
by 2. You give yourself your own
Yes,
unit.
you're poisoning your
poison.
own unit, but you're boosting it by 2. So it's 6 points for 4 provision. And maybe not story, but behind this card is, you know, when you're playing poison archetype, you're often left with like 1 poison card and you don't have anything to do with it, yes?
Yeah.
So we thought like, what if we will try something like self-poison archetype? Maybe not full self-poison, but
Yeah.
at least a bit, you know. So if something with poison will be left, you won't be able to use it on enemy because it won't destroy anyone. You will use it on yourself. And I know with Bacalai Alchemist, it's not that visible because he can poison only allies. But there are cards that can poison units, so both enemies and allies. And I think next card will show, will present this archetype even better.
Let's see the next card then.
It's really small. People liked it on PTR,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely expand it.
Here we go.
Yes.
The Wretched Addict.
Wretched Addict. So,
Poor guy. I feel
Yes.
bad for him.
so he's 4 for 4,
Yes.
and if he's poisoned, he boosts self by 1 at the end of the turn,
Nice.
which makes him work really well with Bacalai Alchemist.
Yes, he's a human. He's a common card. He's a unit.
Junkie. His back name was a junkie, actually. It was street junkie.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, that's true.
But he ended up as a wretched addict.
This shows you that the free city of Novigrad is not all good and dandy. There are bad things in
Yes.
the alleys. You don't want
That's
to go
right.
there. And yeah, there's some ruined lives there.
Yeah, and now this is all for the townsfolk part,
Yes.
and we'll be jumping to Fire Sworns, yeah?
Yes, let's jump into the Fire Sworns
Fire Sworn,
with
so-
the next card. And we have Grand Inquisitor Helvide.
So Fire Sworn is the gang with the biggest number of followers, you can say, yeah? Even people who are praying to Eternal Fire, who are supporting them, are unwillingly supporting the gang, yes? So all the zealots, you know, all the faithful people, and you can actually see that while playing Fire Sworns. You can see this on the board. Like your board is full of units, full of zealots. This is their power, the masses.
Yeah, they follow the
Yes.
Eternal Fire and they're crazy about that.
Grand Inquisitor is the perfect example. Let's say. It's the perfect example. So he's Profit 4,
Exactly.
Fee
He has
2,
a Fee 2, yeah.
spawn Fire Sworn zealot and summon him to the row.
To this row, yeah.
So by his own, he can spawn 2 of them. But if you hoarded some coins, you can play him and spawn up to 4 once, yeah, because he will spend 8 coins.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So he's a really good generator,
Yeah.
and a lot of bronzes synergize with
generating
him,
more and
which
more.
we'll show. We can jump like to the next Fire Sworn card.
Next we have the Eternal Fire Priest card. So let's
Yes,
see
for
that.
example, this one, as I was talking about.
We
so,
use this actually for the art announcing
Oh,
the
yes,
stream.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because the logo in the middle on the fire like composes itself very well, but I won't get into that. Let's talk about the card. So whenever you spawn 1 or more units, boost self by 1.
Exactly.
So this is kind of if you spawn a Fire Sworn, if we look at
Yes.
Grand Inquisitor, so you have a Zealot and you summon him to a row, then this guy will get a boost by 1.
Dependent on how many coins you have, he can be higher. Yeah, if you play Inquisitor with 0 coins, so you get just Profit 4, you can spawn 2. He's 5 for 4. But if you had 8 coins, you spawn 4.
Yeah.
He's 7 for 4.
Cray.
Yes.
I love this guy.
And the second card,
Yes, Keeper of the Flame.
So deploy, boost adjacent units by 1. Tribute 4, boost all allies on the row by 1.
Exactly.
So that means on his own he's just 5 for 5. You boost adjacent allies by 1. But if you have full row, or nearly full row, because you need to play him, so 8 cards, yes? You play him, you pay 4 coins, and then you boost all of them by
Wow.
1, which means 8 additional points for 4 coins.
That's crazy.
That's really good. So
Yeah,
as
and
you
he's
can
a rare
see,
card, which makes total sense. But
you can see that those bronzes are really synergistic with the Gold Inquisitor. And of course there will be more generators of zealots and more cards like them who have the high synergy.
nice.
And we are showing 3 cards per gang today, so this
Yes.
will conclude our Fire Sworns.
That's the Fire Sworn segment for you, and we'll be moving
And
to
we are
the
jumping
Crown
to
Splitters.
tough Crown Splitters.
Yeah, the tough dwarves.
bulky ones. Oh, look at him.
There we
Look at
go. Look at that guy. Bare Knuckle Brawler.
Yes. And he is
Bare
Intimidate,
knuckles.
which is keyword. Oh, I forgot to mention that we have 6 new keywords, but usually it's one keyword tied really close to the certain gang. So for Crown Splitters, it's Intimidate.
Yes.
You know, you don't wanna.
He is intimidating.
You don't wanna deal with. To not use other words, deal with those guys.
Yeah.
And Intimidate means that this unit is boosted by 1 whenever you play a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, and crime. Yes, we haven't mentioned it.
We haven't mentioned
Crime is a special category for. It's a category for special cards in
Exactly.
Novigrad, unique to Novigrad. So they have a lot of crimes.
We will have a crime card
Yes.
coming later, so we'll get to that. Don't worry, don't
Yes.
worry.
By the way, regarding art, people can see like maybe not Easter egg, but it's a reference to the poster.
Yep.
I won't spoil it. Who knows? The knows.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah, we can jump
Exactly.
to another.
So now the next one, my favorite name, the Sausage Maker.
The sausage maker. Yes.
He makes
the one.
sausage.
The best sausages.
Yes,
The best sausages in Novigrad.
exactly. He's a shady guy too.
Yeah, yeah. This is one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
So he has 5 power. He has Intimidate, Profit 3, and for fee 5 he can get Resilience.
Yes. When placed on the melee.
Which
rope.
means he's not only growing in time while you're playing crimes, but he can stay on the board for all 3 rounds. You can play him round 1, you can pay fee to get Resilience. On the round 2 he will lose it, but you can pay fee again to get him
Nice.
to round 3, which makes him really cool. I don't
Which is nice because he's a dwarf, he has resilience, so it kind of plays into the whole
That's-
thematic for
that's
dwarves,
right.
which
You know,
I really, really like.
It's like Crown Splitters. They are dwarves. They are tough.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
Right, all that. And also, there is another side. Like if you're unlucky and you draw him around 3, he's still not the worst card. Yes.
Exactly.
He has Intimidate. He's 5 power, and he's getting you 3 coins that you can spend on something else,
Exactly.
which makes him one of my favorite cards. As I said.
Nice.
Yes.
Like it. All right. The last one for Crown Splitters is a Crown Splitter Thug.
Dog.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with this guy. So he also has Intimidate.
Yes. As I
on-
said, Intimidate is closely tied to Crown Splitters.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is their keyword. You can notice it that most of their cards have
Yeah.
it.
And on deploy, he does damage an enemy unit by
By
2. He has 3 power, 5 provision, and he is a rare card. And he's a dwarf.
And
of
what's
course.
interesting about him, like you can notice he's actually cutting the not just innocent bystander. Yeah. It's a war between gangs, and he's cutting the cut-up member.
Ooh.
Yeah. Actually, there is a story, but there is a second card I think we're not showing. Oh, we're actually showing it today. So there is a story between those 2 guys from this art. If you will watch closely, pay attention to the arts.
Man, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But we'll
I think
get to
it's the
that.
last card. I think
Okay,
it's the last
okay.
card we'll show. So this is actually a payback.
Okay.
This is actually a payback
Payback
for what
time.
happened on the first on the card.
So-
That will show.
So those are the Crown Splitters. Now we're
Yes.
moving on to the People of the Port, aka the Tide
Tide
Cloaks. And the first card is Sucrus.
So Tide Cloaks are mostly pirates that decided to land, stay on the shore for some time. Yes.
Do some shady
and,
business.
And as a pirates,
Get the
they
monies.
like money. They like
Yeah.
jewelry. They like money. They don't like to spend it. Yes. They like to hoard it. And hoard is the new keyword. I will explain it when we will get to the card with it, because actually Sucrus doesn't have it.
Okay.
But their unique keyword is hoard. And
Yeah, and his ability, like going back.
before going to ability, I would like to mention that Sucrus is the first double faction card we're showing.
Ooh.
So he's actually coming from
Okay.
Skellige.
Okay.
So he should be able to play it in Skellige, yes?
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about the ability,
Yes,
if I
we can finally, sorry for
all good.
stopping you all the time.
prevent the unit to the left of Circus from taking any damage.
Yes, which means,
This is a super interesting ability for me.
you can destroy it with Destroy effect, but
Yeah.
you cannot damage it in any way. So you can use it to protect your engines. Like, every faction has some engines you want to protect.
Yeah.
And it also works in Skellige with self-wounding archetype. For example, you put it on the left of the ship.
Yeah.
On the right, you put the Svalbard Cultist, and Cultist is growing 2 points per turn without damaging the ship, yeah?
Nice.
At the same time, ship can shoot 1 damage per turn without damaging itself.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
This is,
scenario.
yes, this we tried,
Yeah.
we really tried those dual faction cards. to work well in both factions.
Yeah, to make
so
them easily fit into
Yes.
like this
It-
new
it-
faction, but
it
also
was-
the existing ones.
It was actually a really hard task for us. It was something new, you know. We haven't created dual faction cards before, and here we had to create cards that works in both decks at the
Yeah.
same time.
Exactly.
So we said like no compromises. It will be good in both factions. Like we don't want it to make something that will be only good in Syndicate or only good in other faction. We wanted both, and
Okay.
I hope we achieved it, and I hope you will like it.
I like it for sure.
Yes.
Speaking of and staying with the tight cloaks, I know what I'm doing for my summer vacation. I shall take a dip in the Pawn Tower, which
in
is
the Pawn
actually
Tower.
the next card. And I don't think it's a nice swim to taking a dip in the Pawn Tower. But this is a special card. This is a
Yes.
crime. And Profit 3 is the ability damage an enemy unit by 3.
Yes, this is really good, you know, mid-range card.
Yeah.
It's a crime, so as I'm saying, it has a lot of synergies, for example, with Crown Splitters, and the art is also really nice. Yeah, and I think the Tight Cloaks like had some issue with the Firesworn guy, so
Yeah.
well, whatever. I didn't
Exactly.
see anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was not
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
Mr.
wasn't me.
Policeman.
Yeah, Mr. President, wasn't me.
Yeah. Okay.
Staying with the theme, next card is Sea Jackal.
Sea Jackal.
I really like this art. Really,
Yeah.
really love it. It really ties into the
yes.
whole port feel, but he also has this cool armor.
And he's
Really like it.
actually presenting the Horde keyword. So his fee
Is two,
boosts
yeah.
self by 2. And on Horde,
Horde
7,
seven.
he boosts self by 3 instead. And Horde means you need to gather, you know, the amount of coins for
You need to
ability
get all
to
the
work.
monies.
Yes. But in Horde, with Horde, you're not spending the coins.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
You
just
just need this
collecting
amount. Yes. So if you will have 9 coins, you will use fee, he will boost self by 3. You have 7 coins, you use fee, he boosts self by 3.
Nice.
Now you have 5 coins and he will only boost self by 2 because Horde is not there.
Oh,
So as I said, they like to gather money, they don't like to spend it. And
nice.
that's how this gang works. And this is the end of Tight Cloaks.
Yes.
And we're jumping to King of Beggars,
And the Blind Eyes.
the Blind Eyes. But I
And-
wanted to mention King of Beggars because he's the leader, and this is
course.
like ironic name because he's not very poor. Yes, he's
Yeah.
not very poor. The Blind Eyes.
He's quite the rich guy.
You can see some profit in the Blind Eyes
Yeah.
cards, and as
And-
Jason said, they have the best intelligence network in the city. If you want some information, you go to him.
Yeah, they are everywhere, and like he said, these are people who live on the street, so they pretty much get all the
Yes.
information from all around because they're always there. So Pickpocket is this card that we're talking about right now. Profit 6, it's a special card. Of
Yes.
course, it's a crime. This is an epic card. So yeah,
It's
as
just
simple
you
as
know,
that. Just
pure profit.
6,
Yes,
yeah.
you see, you can
Pure money.
If you play it with Inquisitor, you're getting 3 zealots. Yeah. If you
Yeah.
play it with Manga, you're getting 2 bounties. It's up to you how you will use
This
this
actually is a very, very strong card if you think
money.
about
Yes,
it.
this is. I think this is the special, the crime, with the highest profit
Yeah,
in the faction.
Profit 6.
Yes. So we can jump
We can move on to the
To
next
the-
card.
to the bread and butter of blind.
Which is the beggar, the
beggar, yes, of
the
course.
bread and butter of the
Yes.
Blind Eyes is the beggar.
And he begs, so people donate to him, and
So,
he's making profit.
Profit, yes,
Yes,
profit too.
That's it. And
Not a lot of profit, but
yes,
some.
yes. And when you have more of them, you know, they are making bigger profit.
Exactly.
So
Bonded.
that's how it works, yeah.
What is bonded?
Bonded is the keyword from Crimson Curse, but we decided to reprint it on some cards.
Oh, okay.
We're not dropping keywords. It's not like, you know, it's not like keyword was in the expansion and we're dropping it. You can still expect to see some Death Wishes, to some Bonded.
Yeah.
So Bonded means the effect works when you have at least 2 copies of this card on the board.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yes. So if you have 1 beggar, you play second one, you get even more money.
Yeah.
Everybody likes money.
Of course, especially the Blind
Yes.
Eyes. Moving on to the last card for the Blind Eyes is the Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop. So,
Oh yeah, I'm eavesdropping right here, getting some information.
so this is profit 4. And as I said, as you can see, all of those cards have profit. So
Yeah.
he's not so poor as a king of beggars. You draw a card and then you put a card from your hand at the bottom of your deck. So you know, you listen to something, you gain some information, now you can use it.
You change stuff a little bit. That makes total sense. I like the flavor. I like the flavor.
Yeah.
It's a special card, 5 provision. It's a common card.
Yes.
Simple.
And with
As
that, we're
that.
going to our last gang, yeah? To
To the cut-ups.
the crazy cut-ups.
Yeah. And I really like the arts on the cut-ups. And
Yes.
the first one, we have the casino bouncers. So yeah, if you want to enter the casino, you got to go through these dudes. And what do they do?
They have the. I think it's the last keyword we haven't showed. It's
Insanity.
insanity.
Because they are insane.
So insanity means that if you do not have enough coins, you can pay for ability with card's own power, own life. So if you play them, you can either pay 2 coins to summon the copy, and then you have to force, or you can pay with his life to summon the second one, so he will deal 2 damage to himself.
Yeah.
And this is
Crazy.
the keyword tied to the cut-ups, to the servant of chaos, how I like to call them.
Servants
Yes,
of Chaos. Actually,
can-
it makes sense because they
yes.
are truly insane.
You never know what to expect from them. So
Yeah.
they like to hurt others, they like to hurt themselves, you know.
So let's move on to the next card, which is actually
Yes.
bloody good fun.
Oh, and this is the card I was talking about. If you look at the art, you notice it's the same dwarf and the same guy from the art before.
Ah, okay.
And even better,
Now I can see his face.
even better, what I haven't mentioned on the second art, on the tag art, his hand is in bandages.
Ooh.
So means this is the payback, as I said, for this situation.
Ah, so he got his hand stabbed, but when it cut ups, and then he
Yes.
retaliated with the axe.
As you can
Ah.
notice, like at least one of them has bloody good fun. Yeah?
Yeah.
The second one maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But so this is a special card. This is a crime. It has profit 3,
Yeah,
and then you lose your coins and you deal that much damage to enemy. Which means
that's crazy.
if you play it on your own without any coins, you will just deal 3 damage. Yeah. But
Yeah.
if you have 6 coins, you will deal 9 damage.
Yeah.
It's also a really good card
Oh.
to spend all your coins, you know, at the end of round, because sometimes you have nothing to use this fee for, because all your engines are sadly dead. And then you need something to spend all your coins to not lose points. And I think we missed one card.
We missed
We missed one
Tatterwing,
card.
as far as
Yeah,
I know.
we missed one card.
Can
Do
see
we have it
Tatterwing?
there?
Do we have it
Is
there?
it there?
Is it there? It should be there.
If not, people will be sad.
Yeah. It turns out we do not have it.
Sad.
But you shall see Tatterwing on our social
So-
media. If you go to Facebook, we
Yeah.
will have actually a full album with all the 20 cards. So you shall see the Tatterwing over there.
So it's only 19 cards.
Yeah, 19 cards
19 cards.
in this
And
case.
it's a pity because Tatterwing was a card shared with monsters.
Yes, it was shared with monsters, and it was actually a monster that was part of the cut-ups, which is interesting.
Yes. I will probably say it now because some people can be wondering why monsters are part of Kadab's gang, but there was this underground arena, and not only people were fighting there. Yeah?
Exactly.
Like monsters who fight on the arena are also we considered them part of the gang because they belong to
Yeah,
the.
it makes
the
sense
junior,
because they bet
yes.
money on it. Oh, there we
he's
go.
here. He's
found him.
here. He's
Tatterwing.
here. So, as you see, Tatterwing, he's destroying allied unit and boosts self by its base power,
Easy.
which means he still works good in monsters.
Yes.
And with cut-ups, he can consume unit who used insanity.
Oh.
There are cards who can use insanity, you know, to drop their power up to 1 point, and then you can not consume because it's not the exactly consume mechanic, but you can destroy them and get
Yeah.
their base power, which is like 6,
Nice.
7 or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty happy we had this Tatterwing.
Yeah, Tatterwing is cool.
And I
Happy to
think,
have it
okay,
here.
so I need to say it again, it was 20 cards.
Now
Twice.
it's 20 cards.
20 again, not 19.
But also, I'll mention again, if you missed any of these cards, if you just joined the stream, we will have them on our Facebook and an album, so you can check all of them out. And Ostra, I think that's it for your segment.
Sadly.
For those of you who just joined the stream, if you're late to the party and you haven't seen our trailer, we shall play it again. And once you're watching that, we will have Jason Slama back in the studio. So see you later, and let's see the trailer.
See ya.
Ah, the North. A land of so many realms. Left and right, they ask you to bend the knee to this or that king. For those who are unable or unwilling, stands the free city of Novigrad. Home to a great faith, great commerce, master craftsmen, the rich, and of course, the poor. And this great urban cauldron has become a breeding ground for all those criminally inclined. chaos rules Novigrad's underworld. Till now, with petty rivalry set aside, an alliance of coin has been forged. The Syndicate is born.
June 28th, ladies and gentlemen, once again.
The energy.
The energy. I just like dates. I like dates, and especially dates that are coming very, very soon, because that means I can play this new. I mean, I could already play it, but I can play it with everybody, which is even better. Sorry for shouting again, but yeah. Sorry about your ears again.
Yeah, it's just excitement is hard to contain, isn't it?
It's the emotions.
June 28th. That's quick, right?
Yeah, it's quick.
Blink of an eye. 11 days, I think.
It'll be like poof. For me, it feels like tomorrow is gonna happen. So, why we are here once again with Jason? We're here to talk about my favorite part, which is the pre-orders. So, Jason, welcome back.
Yep.
How did you like the segment we just had with Oster?
I think it was really cool. It definitely showed off all the mechanics that are coming with Syndicate. And, it's just a taste, guys. A lot of the really cool cards are being saved for all you community guys to reveal to each other. So get ready for that. That's going to be really fun.
6 cards per day revealed by community members. Get ready for that, because it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be a crazy 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Can't wait. So, speaking of pre-orders, we have 2 different pre-orders. So this time we were listening very, very closely after Crimson Curse. You guys said you want 2 options.
That's right.
One option kind of more on the budget, another option a little bit more pricey. And we will actually, the difference between these two is the fact that they feature 2 different animated card backs, which will actually show
are different
to you
colors.
Now.
First we have the Eternal Fire card back.
Fire.
You've got the 5 gangs hands around the Syndicate coin with a nice little fire going on. This will come with our lower end pre-order offer, which will feature 15 Novigrad kegs, or Syndicate kegs, they're equivalent at this point. And the second pre-order offer that we have will feature the Spectral Fire card back.
Yes, which we'll see in a second.
Boom.
There we go.
Which is creepy. I like it.
I love it. I love the color.
It definitely speaks of night and all the infamous things the Syndicate does in the dark. And this will come with 20 premium Novigrad kegs. So we heard you guys, you want to get maybe premium cards in your pre-orders, so the bigger offer will feature premium Novigrad kegs.
Exactly. One important thing to mention here is the fact that when the expansion comes in June 28th, we will not have all the premium cards, mainly the bronzes, missing. But if you open a premium Novigrad card in one of the premium Novigrad kegs, you will get it later. And this will actually be stated in some way on the card.
In the full screen, it'll be written that it's coming soon. This has a lot to do with the fact that we pivoted from Redania to Syndicate. I can say that we're feeling really, really confident that by the end of July, so a month after release, we should be able to release all premium cards. And it gives us a heads up for the future where, I don't know, Redania might come back later this year, even though it's all ready to go. So get ready for Redania one day. Whoops, maybe too much of a tease.
Leaks.
What's also important is that, because you have been asking this with regards to Crimson Curse, what you pre-order is the kegs and the card backs, but in order to play the expansion, you don't need to buy anything additionally to that. So you pretty much get it added to the game.
You can get these kegs for ore.
Yes.
Another important thing to note is we will not be adding a starter set for Syndicate. It's a much more advanced faction. You guys just got a little taste, but from PTR and from going, the playing with this Prophet, getting it ready to go, it's a very advanced faction, although quite fun. However, because we don't want people to, get all these Novigrad kegs and then not be able to play them until they go into the reward book and unlock at least one of the Syndicate leaders, we will be making Gundren available for free. So as a leader, she is joining the starter set. Everyone will get Gundren as a leader for free.
Exactly. I like that, especially that we like her because she's a cool leader.
She's awesome.
What's also important, I wanted to add here, actually, the why we have the stream so early is the fact that you can actually jump into the game on PC right now and check out these pre-order and get them for yourselves. Consoles will follow tomorrow, so Xbox One and PS4 will be coming out tomorrow. This is a very important thing, but if you're on PC, you can get them today. And of course, you'll be able to access this content and open it and use it after June 28th when we actually launch the expansion. This is the second expansion for Gwent, the Witcher card game, and I'm super pumped and excited for this one. Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
There's been new soundtracks made just for this expansion.
Yes.
So when you play with Syndicate opponent, you will get a new music soundtrack. It is awesome. You guys have had a little taste of it during today's stream.
I love the music.
We had it composed just for this expansion. We've also managed to create a whole new game board for when you're playing Syndicate as the default one. It is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
It is one of the nicest free game boards in the game.
Crazy. I'm happy that we're having a new game board, especially after the tavern board, which was introduced recently. So the more boards, the merrier.
Better. Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's that. Someone asked in chat just now if you can get both of the pre-order packs. Of course you can.
You can.
Yeah. If you want to support us, get both of them. We'll be more than happy about that fact.
And that's it.
That's it. Also today, if you go to playgwent.com, if you go to the news section, you will find out all the information you need to know about the Syndicate, about Novigrad, about some of the keywords that we have here, about some of the leaders. So like a compact version of everything. We should have the stream on YouTube also on today. And also today on the website, if you go there, you should have later in the day the pre-orders for Novigrad. So keep a little eye out for that, and I think that's that.
That's that.
Perfect.
See you guys in 2 weeks playing Syndicate.
Exactly.
Can't wait.
And I'll be eating these chocolate coins
No, you won't.
right now.
Mine.
What do you mean?
Mine.
So we'll say bye and catch you later.
Catch you later, guys.